Hello everyone. Today we are going to set up one of the JCloud containers for coding. We will copy our SSH key to the container for logging in without a password, integrate the container with our system, and connect the container to VS Code. This can be done with any of the 4 container plans that we offer. This is the first part of a mini-series on setting up containers for different tasks. If you don't want to miss any chapters, make sure to subscribe to the channel. If you want your own container, you can join our Discord. Let's start with the video. So the first thing we are going to do is go to the Discord channel for the containers and click the Buy button. Now we go to our private channel and select the preset for the container. We can choose the preset that suits our needs, and for ports, we can also select the number that we want. Now let's click Continue. If you want a more in-depth explanation of what each option does, you can check our last video, which will be appearing here. Now let's go directly to the part where we are connected to our container. Now that we are here, let's start by updating our system with apt update mesh y, apt upgrade mesh y. Let's speed up the update process. Now that the update is finished, we are going to add a profile to our Windows Terminal 2.0 that automatically launches and connects to our container. Let's click on the configuration settings and then click to add a new profile. We will set the name that we want the profile to have. You can enter the name you want for the profile here. And then here we will add the command that we want to launch. We will use exe as is, but we will add /c followed by the command we use to connect to our container. Now, click Save to save the changes we made to the profile. Now that the profile is saved, we are going to go to the terminal where we have our container open and copy our SSH key to the container. First, we need to check if the SSH folder exists. As we can see, it doesn't exist, so let's create it. Now, let's enter the folder that we created. We are going to open a new terminal and generate our SSH key on our system. We are going to run ssh keygen. This will first ask for the location to save the key. If we press enter, it will use the default location. Next, it will ask for a passphrase. Pressing enter will leave it blank. As we can see, the key has been generated. Now let's create the file where we're going to store the SSH key. Now we're going to open it with nano, followed by the name of the file. Let's press Windows R on our keyboard and type .ssh. This will open the folder on our computer where SSH keys are stored. We are going to locate the idrsa.pub file, right-click it to open the properties, and then open it with Notepad. Once we've opened the file, let's copy all the content of the file, then paste the content into the container. Once pasted, save the file with Ctrl-O and close it with Ctrl-X. Now let's set the correct permissions for the file with bash cmod600 file name. Let's check in our new terminal profile if it opens without requiring a password. As we can see, it does. Now let's install VS Codium. Open your web browser and search for VS Codium. Click on the first link and scroll down until you see the Downloads section. Click on it and find the Windows version. Once we find the Windows version, click it to start the download. When the download is complete, open the installer. Let's click Next until the installation starts. Now let's execute VS Codium. Once we execute VS Codium, let's maximize the window and click the options to mark everything as done. Now go to the Extensions tab and search for SSH. Click on the SSH extension and then click Install. Now that we have the extension installed, click on the SSH icon to open the SSH prompt. Now, click on Connect to Host and enter your login details to connect to the machine. After that, a new VS Codium window will open and the connection will start. We will need to accept the firewall connection prompt. Now that we're connected, let's create a folder named Code in our container. Now, click the icon to open a folder and search for the code folder in the menu. When you click to open the folder, make sure to mark it as trusted in the warning that appears. Now, let's open a terminal in VS Codium. This terminal should be opened within our container. Let's test it by creating a file. In my case, I'll use main.py and add a simple print statement inside this file. That will be all for this tutorial. If you want your own container, you can join our Discord. See you in the next one.